And we're back with another question from a member. Can you explain who are the ascended masters, the Great White Brotherhood, and the angelic realm? Are we ascended masters when we ascend higher than 5D?
That's an interesting question. I would like you to look at life before you came to this earth. Have you been here before? I mean, would organized religions say there's no um, coming back and having a different life, a different reincarnation or an incarnation? So they don't believe in reincarnation because they say it was part of Jesus's teachings until the 300 AD when they had those the organized religion stuff that took over for Christianity, um, and they had, that was all started by the Catholic Church, and they were still trying to figure out if Christ was a Jesus, as they referred to him as Christ, but we understand the word Christ differently now than they do. But how many times have you been here? How many times, potential times, have you already ascended in a reincarnated in a particular incarnation? I know that I have been here hundreds, if not thousands of times. And I came back to help other people to ascend many, many times. All I'm saying is there are those who are masters who have ascended, and they group together and they work together and they accomplish things together. And it's not just on earth that they're ascended masters over. Now, Jesus is the one that's in charge of the earth, and so he's an ascended master. Can you assume that is it correct to say that Jesus is an ascended master? He ascended and he's a master. They called him master. What is a master? A person who masters over life. Jesus told me that he had the most light a person can obtain and still come back to third dimension. It's very difficult for him to come back. He has to change so much. He was here for 50 years after he died, or people thought he died. He ascended. He spent a lot of his time over with people that really understood who he was and what he was doing, and that's over in the um, in Himalayas in India and those kinds of places. He spent a lot of time there. There's records of him. There's books written that talk about Jesus being over there, and some of the people that were there were talking about uh, John the Baptist and a few other of those kinds of people. Yeah, once they've ascended, they go into the inner realms, and that's where they gather together. Is that a? I don't know. I don't know a thing about it. I've been there before, but I don't remember. It's okay that we don't remember because each life incarnation has its own purpose for us. And our purpose this time was to come and do Love One Society and bring the world, our earth, out of the gropes of darkness and in total poverty and bring it into the abundance mentality and ascend with Mother Earth. That's what we came here for. That's what we're doing with Love One Society. And so we came here for that purpose. Are we ascended masters? Many of us are. I would say that we are probably ascended masters without exception. We just don't know it. I didn't know it. I had a normal life, basketball jock in high school, and da-da-da-da-da-da. And I lived my life and went into the military and flew helicopters and jets and that sort of stuff. And I didn't know any of this. The time will come when we are led by our soul to get us to the right place at the right time so that we can learn the right things that we need to know for this particular life experience. We needed that, even though we're ascended masters. Because we came down here in a um, forgotten state of mind. We don't have memory from that's part of what we came here to do, is to reconstruct ourselves. And each time we do that, there's a benefit to our spiritual essence as we do that. But this time we came back specifically. I've had sweethearts that I know have been here together. We've been here together in different lives. And there's already love there. But we're told this isn't what we came here for. We came here for Love One Society. And so, dang. Okay. That's the sort of stuff that we're working with. We are focused on one thing, one purpose. And the sooner that we find it, the more we can focus on it, the faster it'll get to the point where we start manifesting it. So, Ascended Masters, the Great White Brotherhood. The Great White Brotherhood is more of an they're physical, and they spend. If you went into one of those, that movie where where he goes into the building and says which one of these cups was Jesus's. Well, the guy was sitting there is probably one of the White Brotherhood. They just do things like that. Jesus's grandmother was a person who spent a lot of time underground in the catacombs or in the caves of underneath Alexandria in China or in Egypt. She was 400 years old when Jesus was born, and spent most of her life underground translating documents. That's part of the White Brotherhood. So I don't know anybody from there that I'm aware of, because it's not important for us. And white has nothing to do with color of skin. Rest assured that that is true. When anybody saying that they're racist and all that sort of stuff, because that has nothing to do with color of skin. It's become a big issue these days because they want to divide us. Okay. I hope that helps. Let's go on to the next question.
Thank you, Ron. And we'll be back with the next question.